Hello, I'm Edgar Degas. I paint social scenes. But with social distancing, I guess I'm the social scene. I'll be painting myself as a theater clown at Paint with Steve, live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Steve Tracy Gallery. When you're the star, it's good to have a sense of humor.
Well, good afternoon in Ontario and good morning on the West Coast, everybody. This is Steve Tracy. It's Steve Tracy Live at Facebook on Steve Tracy Gallery. What we're doing today is going to be a caricature, or what I would consider a humorous piece. I'm going to show you what I've drawn. First of all, let me show you this little gizmo here. This is my shopping bag. When I go to the store, it says bring your own bags. Well, this is the bag I bring. I don't put my groceries in it. I put my face in there. But this is the perfect social distancing mechanism. You can make it at home out of a grocery bag and cellophane, tape, toilet paper roll. And the toilet paper roll has a 2-filter system made with paper towels. So it's an excellent uh, safety apparatus for your shopping needs now today when you go out in public. This is what I would wear when I go to the store, but I haven't had the guts to wear it yet. So this is going to be included in our little painting today. Now, this is a drawing that I drew that I'm going to be painting. This is a self-portrait of me with my friend's dog that looks like Toto. And it has the paper bag on my head, so I don't have to worry about painting my eyes or my mouth. And this is something that I might wear at home. It has my Crocs for my shoes, which the other day I was getting into the car to go to the store and I had them on. I don't usually like to wear them in public because they kind of look like clown shoes. But so I drew this ahead of time, and I'm going to be painting from this drawing. And this is something you can do. Now, I do wear a pair of wore out jeans. I haven't put a patch on it like that, but I think a patch would look nice. I do like to wear Hawaiian shirts, and I like to mix my clothing. Sometimes I'll wear a vest and a t-shirt. So this is actually kind of true to me. A lot of times when my painting pants, they start shrinking so that they're what they call, or what they used to call in high school, high waters. So they're too small. And so I'm just adding a little bit of humor here. This is my drawing of me at a park bench with my friend's dog that looks like Toto. Anyway, so I'm going to put this drawing over here. And I'll be referring to this drawing. Okay. Now, I've already kind of started to draw on the canvas, as you can see. And so please forgive me if this might be a little bit too much of a head start for you guys. But this is a brown-gray wash, and this is just yellow ochre with a lot of water, and then I took a paper towel to get this white streak in here, kind of like a sunbeam, or what they call a god beam. That's what I call it. And then just dark edges. While the paint was wet, I ran my brush up alongside this edge, kept one edge in the white, in the yellow, another edge in the brown, and then I flipped it on this side to get this side here. This is already dry, and so this is going to be basically the background of this caricature. Now, this might be also called a self-portrait. You know, in our isolation, you know, I find myself wearing clothes that I wouldn't wear out to public. And so I'm making a little humorous statement having to do with how this new event has kind of changed a little bit the way that I dress now. Because we're not doing socializing, we're doing social distancing. And sometimes that social distancing makes me unsociable as a, you know, as far as, you know, how I would want to look when I really went out to public. So we're just making a funny comment here about that. I want to welcome everybody. For those just joining in, this will be posted on Facebook page, and you will be able to refer to it and share it with your friends. And please like, and don't forget, if you're painting today, please post it so that we can see it. Okay, so I'm going to start drawing out this image it's just black. Okay, so it's okay. I don't mind. The black line. We're going to fill it in. Now, I would love to wear this paper bag on my face as I go into a supermarket. And I wanted my wife to videotape me wearing it to see people's responses. And I still might do that just for fun. Okay, so first of all, I painted the sack on my face, and I got to tell you, that is a great cosmetic improvement. If you're ever going to public and you don't feel presentable, what a great solution. Just wear a bag on your head. Okay, so I'm going to paint my vest in here. And then my baggy Hawaiian shirt. Okay, and my vest is usually pretty worn out. So we give it some wrinkles. Okay, now that's what's nice about doing a drawing ahead of time, is that you can work out the problems in the drawing. Okay, so now when I first graduated from art school, I was a editorial cartoonist for a newspaper in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Denver friends, how are you guys doing? And I want to make a shout out to my friends in Denver. Miss ya. Okay, so I'm just making this baggy Hawaiian shirt, and it's open. In other words, you got to make room for my. Now, when I went to Denver, I ate a lot of Mexican food, and when I came home, I had a burrito belly. So I'm giving myself a burrito belly, just because it's true. Nothing wrong with that, right? Okay. Now I changed this one here to one time when I was in my backyard, I was feeding my bird feeder, and a little chickadee landed on my head. So I'm going to put a little bird. And one time also, when I was in France, in front of Notre Dame, and a little sparrow landed on my finger, just like this. And you got to tell you, when something like that happens, it really is a cool feeling. I felt like St. Francis. Okay, you know who St. Francis was. I guess he was the animal person. Okay, so I want to paint in my buddy's little Toto. I mean, draw in. Now, if you ever remember that movie, The Wizard of Oz, Toto was the little mutt that was the friend of Dorothy. This is for my buddy who has this little dog. I'm doing that because I love my buddy. He's a good guy. Okay, so painting that in. Now, I want to be painting in the patterns of the clothes later. Wrinkle there where the kneecap goes. Here's my baggy jeans. That's where the patch is going to be on the knee. Those are stitches. It's like hobo. Okay, you begin to see the guy sitting down there on the park bench. Okay, let's go ahead and paint. Now, I'm painting a pair of long johns underneath, and his ankles, or my ankles, then a pair of baggy socks that don't quite fit. And to give this an added sense of humor, I'm making these Crocs just a little bit bigger. Now, my wife on Friday nights, since we've been social distancing, not being able to go out, we do fancy nights, and we dress up, and we have date night, where we sit with candlelight dinner. Our candles are little halogen lights that are inside the hotel. And we just appreciate each other. But this is a perfect date night outfit when I was a teenager. And now I have to go up a notch. Okay, so you know what, when wild animals like a bird lands on your finger, I mean, I don't know about you, but with me, I just feel like somehow the Creator's talking to me and saying, you love animals, animals love you. Okay, so that's my park bench. Okay, now we're ready to paint in the color. Okay, so my palette, as you know, is red, yellow, and blue with white and black. So here's my palette right here. I have gray, I made with black and white. My yellow, my cobalt blue, my cad red, white, a little flesh tone. And, well, since I got the flesh tone, I'll go ahead and paint the flesh. right there. Okay, I'll go here. Now, what's nice about this portrait is that there isn't any. Just a little bit of neck showing right there. I'll put a little bit of flesh tone right in there. Okay, so that's the that's it for the flesh tone. Now I think I want a yellow striped shirt. So I'm making these little kind of little ellipses. It's important to honestly render that I gained some weight here eating burritos. I don't know about you guys, but has you guys been experiencing eating a little more of your favorite things, like ice cream? We have. Okay, that's good. And I think that I will do a tan. Might look white to you. It's actually a tan. Now, I'm letting my brush not paint everything because I want it to have that kind of, I call it kind of a lumpy look. And it's, you know, it's going to have, it's not going to, this is not a fine painting. This is more of a character recording of myself. Okay, and let's go ahead and take that and paint our respirator. Okay, and okay, so let's take some red. I mean, I love red, and we're going to paint the long johns. The long johns are going to be red. Now, if you're just joining us, welcome. This event will be posted on Facebook, and please refer to it and share it with your friends. Okay, and let's go ahead and make his arm the long johns also. Now, I was tempted to make this clown all out of black and white and grays, but clowns, they should probably have color. Okay, and that's good. You can come back in here later. Okay, now let's paint the Hawaiian shirt. The Hawaiian shirt we will do in, well, let's do it in green. Now I'm painting around these shapes, which I would call flowers. And there's a Hawaiian motif of, you know, tropical life, flowers and beach. Okay, we're going to paint it here. Now you can do so many different things with props and different types of clown. props, things that a clown would have. All kinds of funny things. I try to make it a little bit more true to what I would wear and just increase the humor part of it. Okay, we're going to make the flowers blue. Now, one thing good about humor is that it goes a long ways. And I think humor is best used when we can laugh at ourselves. And so that's why I kind of chose this, because I'm going to take some lighter blue and just kind of touch these flowers here with the lighter blue. And just mixing up, if you're going to paint with different colors, have several varieties of that color, because it's going to add to the information. So I just mix a little yellow with my green, just to mix it up, give it a calico look. Okay. And on my vest, we'll do my vest in an orange. Okay. I would love to see anything that any one of you is doing with this subject today, because I would love to get a laugh. And this is, how we picture ourselves can be pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to just add a bit of this orange over here. And that's right, this is the vest. Okay, that's the vest. And as a matter of fact, we have, this is called the layered look. Hawaiian shirt is coming out in here. Got to leave room for the blue flowers. Okay. So now I got to tell you another bird story. One time I was rafting in Colorado, and trapped inside my car was a hummingbird. And so I was able to capture it without hurting it. And I took it to the camp. Which was just a few feet away. And people were standing in a circle. And I opened up my hand, and the hummingbird just shot up like a rocket straight to the sky. It was so cool. We live out here in the country, and we see a lot of wild birds. Okay, so that looks good there. Okay, now I'm going to paint the paper bag. Can you believe this color is some of the leftover color from 2 weeks ago? I covered it, I sprayed it with water in the paper plate, and then I covered it in plastic. And I'm using it today just so I can use it. Okay, so we got to paint around here. Okay. And let's do the, this is a lighter yellow orange. Just to add some highlights. Okay. And let's paint in Toto. Toto. Toto is a pretty cool dog. You know, what's nice, we have a little pet cat. And we love it. It showed up one day in our driveway at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was only 1 pound and starving to death. And when we got it, we thought it was going to die. It lived, and now it weighs 13 kilos. The Toto is a brown dog. Okay. So this is a definitely, we're going to speed it up here, get going here. So now I'm going to paint my Levi's. A little bit gray. Yeah, this is, you can spend a lot of time or you can spend a quick amount of time. If your drawing is relatively clear, it will still read. Your information will still read. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of white, that gray color. Okay, and a little bit over here. Okay, and make it. Oh no, that's the filter for the mask is white. Yeah, it's a 2-ply paper towel filter, which gives you added protection. Okay, the patch is going to be, make the patch pink. Only because pink is not necessary. I'll make it pink with red polka dots. Okay, the shoes, we'll make them dark gray. Big Crocs, which mine have paint all over them. And they have little holes in the front. Okay. And what I need is I need a little bird. A little bird told me. I wonder where that came from. Little bird told me. Okay, now the socks. I'm going to do the socks in white. And I'm not painting them all in. I'm going to add a little bit of gray to the socks because these socks have been either not washed too often or washed too much. So, okay, and now we're going to paint the bench. I think the bench should be a white shape. Use my can. Now, I want to say hello to all my friends out there. And if you just joined us, this will be posted on Facebook, on our Facebook page. So you can refer to it. You can get your drawing in and take time and paint in all your little pieces that make a clown. A clown is so easy to dress up as because we all have these materials. We all usually have a pair of worn out jeans with holes in them. We probably all have a Hawaiian shirt, maybe not, but when you're my age, that's essential. Okay, and as it gets further away from the light, this gets a little bit lighter. That's actually a gray. Now you see, I'm not really that concerned about making it perfect because it's hard to make it perfect. And so let's do some highlights on Toto. See, Toto is friends of the bird because he's not chasing it. Little scruffy dog. And my brush is beginning to lose paint. So it's what they call a dry brush. And that dry brush is really good for scruffy fur. So I'm just doing old scruffy fur. That adds to the character of the dog. Okay. And on the bird, I'll do a little highlight. Little chickadee color. Little light breast here. Okay, and in the mask, we're doing a self-portrait of my eyes. It's going to look just like me. Oh, maybe a little shadow in here. Yeah, we could do the same on this one here. Okay, and we got a little bit more time. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pure white and I'm just going to touch part of these benches. Just punch up that white. And right here. And maybe right here. Right, a little bit right here. And let's do the same thing on Toto. Oop, it's a little bit bright. Take a little bit of that and put that side here. Okay. And let's take, I'm going to come in with my palette knife and that might be too big. Yeah, I'll go back to the brush. Yeah, sometimes the palette knife is too hunky. And so I'm going to go back into the brush. The brush is a little bit more delicate. And I want the yellow to be bright. After all, I think clowns are supposed to make people laugh. But sometimes they make people cry. But I want the bright colors. And let's do the same thing with the stripes. Just got to make sure that burrito belly stands out. Which reminds me, I love burritos. Okay, and let's touch the, so I mix my red with a little bit of the pink to get a brighter red. A little bit brighter red. And this will just give it a little bit of light source on arm. Now I'm going to go to the pink and mix that with the brighter red. And just touch it around there. Okay, let's do the same thing with the jeans. Blue, gray. Just where it's highlighted. I'm going to touch that. Okay. And let's add a little red to the Hawaiian shirt. Red centers on the blue colors. Something very subtle. I'm just joking. Yeah, so we want the clown to be a little what they call garish. And let's take some shadow. Brown and the vest. And let's see here. I think giving Toto some feet here. And giving me some lights to the eyes. Okay, and let's give Toto blue eyes. Blue eyes. Ooh, he looks like a ghost. He probably has brown eyes. Okay. His nose a little bit more pronounced. Okay, well, highlight the back of this just a little bit. And let's do the same there. And that's a green color. A little yellow with the green that I mixed. And you get green with, can you remember how you make green? With blue and yellow. It's amazing all colors you can get from the primary colors. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. Those are the primary colors of all colors created. They have different shades of blue, they have different types of red, and they have different kinds of yellow. But generally, that's the spectrum for all color. Yeah, I think that on the Hawaiian shirt, we're going to do some yellow leaves. Just to tone it down. Milking. We're going to bring it up a notch. Oh, that's good. Okay. I want to give a shout out to all my friends of Bill. And all you budding artists, please post your paintings. I would love to see them. Okay, I think we are just about done. I'm going to put some hot. Now this is where you can spend a little more time doing little highlights. Here's a highlight on the finger. On the knuckles. Maybe a little highlight on the above the eyebrow. And yeah, I think we're really, really close here. Again, please leave a comment with your questions and suggestions and post your paintings. Okay, so I'm going to take a big wide brush. I'm just kind of restating this sunbeam. Okay, and I think what I will do is create a shadow below the park bench. Flats in that, and this is rough. Shadows have soft edges. So I just wet my brush and paint it next to the wet paint. You get the paint to run a little bit, and I'm going to knock that down a little bit. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, I wanted to present myself in a new light today. And here you have it, a self-portrait. This is something that I want to last for posterity. And just going to touch it up here just a little bit. And this is something that only a mother can love, and a few close friends. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's class. Thank you. See you next week.